Request if you have any questions for the panelists, please ask them. You can name them that there's a question for that panelist, and that panelist can answer. Otherwise, anybody from the panel will answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Actually, congratulations for another conference, another interesting. My question is, with the market, new markets open, and all the clearances are in place, kind of projection for this sector for the next 5 years.
Yes.
How's the potential of it?
So I think it's as I said in my inaugural thing is this is a very rapidly increasing industry. The growth rate is over 13%, 13.1% to be precise, and currently a $9 billion industry projected to be 24 billion by 2032. So I'm talking of next about 6 years time. We will be a $24 billion industry. So close to 2.5 times is what more than 2.5 times is the growth we are predicting for this industry. So as more and more people adopt this, the products are being adopted across not only the metros now, it's also the 2-tier, 3-tier cities, everybody started using it. Also, the biggest factor for this industry is the aging population, because 35 crore Indians are going to be over 60 by in next about 15 years or so, 15-20 years. So I think that is the target audience which is actually looking at a healthy aging. So that is also a factor which is driving this industry. Sorry? So we are considering the new markets. This is the Indian industry. Of course, there is a growth factor of the global industry which will definitely come in terms of exports, because currently we are just 2% of the global market. So imagine in pharma where we have reached, we are I think the largest producer of pharma, exporter of pharma in the world. In terms of every pill, every third pill consumed in the US is India, manufactured in India. I think that is the potential I see for this industry as we proceed.
Yeah, itself you have a huge potential to cater to the market.
Definitely. Because we have the biggest part is we have a big raw material base. The ingredients are very strong. We are strong in the ingredients part. Now we are evolving into a competition-based country also, we can manufacture these products. But that's where the margins are also.
My question is to Yogesh sir. Sir, talking specifically about formulations, is India positioned as a manufacturing hub or an innovation hub? And what is India's export contribution in the global market in terms of formulation?
So anybody has the numbers, because what I have is here just 2%. Just 2% of the global market. So we have a huge way to go. As Madam had said in the thing, we are 18% in terms of Madam, you want to say?
I add, in general, I don't have figures right now. As far as India is concerned, we have certain advantages in terms of the traditional know-how. Thereby, we have potential also that we go for further studies, PhDs, and the scientific studies of those things. So, Indian traditional medicines, or which can now be used as Ayurahara, that is our potential, and that is the place where we can innovate. The second place where we are already innovating, we are already doing, is the something which is parallel to pharma, because so many laboratories or the research and development units are coming up which are studying on the new molecules. They are also creating molecules, they are also testing the molecules which are coming from the other places, from the other countries, because of course an advantage of knowledge plus cost put together that India has in terms of the Western world. So the testing of molecules or working on the new molecules has already been our speciality. So these two areas we have added advantage, where one we are already reaping in, we need to pace up faster. Second one, which is more ignored but our own thing, the phyto extract, that is one thing. So there we need to work upon, there we can innovate.
Ma'am, what are the big opportunities and key risks over the next 5 years in the Indian nutraceutical industry?
I would say naturals. Naturals are the biggest ever opportunity India will serve to the global market. You see an example, the display of KSM Ashwagandha. Today, KSM Ashwagandha is present in more than about 60-70 countries, and they are the world's best. So when the show is going to be the Shatavari, it's going to be Kurkumin has already seen the history, showcasing India on the world thing with the patents. I see the naturals is going to dictate the terms for India shining on the global map. Number two is, India has one of the best manufacturers. They are not only manufacturers of the finished formulations. Today we are talking about we have reached to a stage where ingredients, the natural ingredients or the natural extracts, is embedded in a delivery formats, innovative delivery formats, and they are exported to the world markets. So we are by far one of the largest producers of the ingredients. We have excellent delivery technologies in-house. We have more than about 30-40 delivery formats. When we say today, it's not only about the tablet capsules, what you see in the pill, as like a pill, but it's delivered in the gummies, it's delivered in shots, it's delivered in powders, it's in soups. So it can be embedded in different delivery formats. And the third thing is when it comes to the capabilities, capacities, I think India has already proven on the global map with the pharma capabilities. The beautiful aspects of the Indian industry is the experiences, the expertise which is coming also from the pharma blend. When it comes to where we use one of the best of the machineries, the best of the hygiene practice, we have best of ISO practices, we have best of certifications. Indian manufacturers are showing an ability to adopt international certifications to enter into international markets, and they are very robust in TDS. So I think India is already taken a stride to serve the global market, and because of having such a rich natural resources, we are going to soon be leading in many of the regions of the world.
Similar question.
Just continuing what he has said, and Hitesh Bhai also mentioned, what we need is more of evidence-based data,
Yes.
which we lack right now. So in next 5 years, more and more formulations are getting in, because ingredients we are already exporting, extracts we are exporting, but we do not have much formulation to export as on today. So once we go in that area where there is a science-based data available, then we'll be definitely one plus than other countries.
Yeah, similar kind of question, that what kind of risk and opportunity or
Mike.
challenges in context of this EU and US trade deal?
So I think we have manufacturers out
Yes,
here.
it is my
How are you seeing as the trade is
He is a
benefiting
big
this industry?
Yes, so
So before going to your question, I'll just answer to one of these question was that the challenges and the risk factor. The challenges, of course, in botanical ingredients, we have a lot of challenges for the growing side, because availability of the herb is the essential. But now going forward, all the industries have started cultivating their own requirements, as well as through the farmers. They support the farmers, they give the advance planning to the farmers. So it is becoming now very organized. They work on the sustainability, as well as while farming also, the company makes sure that all the products has to meet all the regulatory norms globally, Japanese norms, European norms, and the American norms. And wherever it is required organically, so people are now coming up with the organic cultivation also. So gradually we are also becoming very equipped and sustainable on terms of the supply chain. And as you mentioned about the American tariff and the European regulations, so of course American tariff have gave a bigger dent to the industry at this moment, because 50% no one can digest it. But going forward, when they have come up with the 18%, I would say that in coming months, maybe in 3 or 6 months, the business will be on the regular volumes. And in European market, now Indian manufacturers like us, we were talking to our industry, other people, so we thought that to make such an ingredient and the formulas which should have the far better results than the requirement of the Europeans. So there should not be any deviation. So I think so European also we will be able to cover it. And at this moment also we supply a lot of material to the Europe market. So that is absolutely no problem for the tariff and the quality part.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, you spoke about the potential of the sector 10 times more than the pharmaceutical sector. So when do you think this can be achievable, and what are the steps? And my second question, you are a regulator. I write on RBI, I write on SEBI, I track them very clearly. They have also facilitated a big role in the growth of the different sectors there, the Valley and South. So ease of doing business is very important, and the regulator also has to evoke a lot of fear in the mind of the people so that things are right. So what are you doing in this? Thank you so much.
Not a lot of fear, but reasonable fear, I would say. This is number one. Instead, we have to build a lot of trust that we are just partner with you. We are no different. We may sit across the table, but the purpose should be the same. I think coming to such events is just not coming and going back. I think it is more for the interaction and making this again and again, reiterating it again and again that we are there for you. I don't know in terms of the years, how many years it will be 10 times. But if you ask me whether we can do it right away, we can, because we have potential. And when I say this, I have certain things in my mind which I count them as factor. Number one, India has been a country which has been leading in the pharmaceuticals. So in terms of the knowledge base, the nutraceutical industry is a cousin to food and pharma both. So in terms of knowledge and the basic know-how or the methodologies, we are already enriched. We don't need to work upon that. Number two, in the context of the regulatory environment, FSSAI is one of the bodies of the government where the things are going more in consultative and participative mode. So the regulations that are coming up in the implementation are made with the joint effort of everyone. Everyone is a stakeholder. In fact, you, Mr. Gupta, Mr. Patel, everyone has participated in the amalgamation of these regulations. The third factor is we already have a manufacturing base that may be multifolded for sure, but growth centers, you can see that there are certain cities which are growth centers. Some of them are in Gujarat, some of them are in North Himachal and other places. The basic philosophy of growth centers, if you study geography, is when a growth center is created, other cities around it collaborate to multifold the growth. So the necessary elements to create a life is hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. If they are there, life would be created on that planet. So we have the elements which creates life for the nutraceuticals. That is one, knowledge base. Number two, the regulator which is on your side, and number three, the already an ecosystem which is developing the content on that line. Now coming to the multifolding it, that was the most important. The world market can easily believe us. Many countries are doing that. If we go ahead with the same strategy, complying to the regulation and producing more and more, it's no longer a dream. Already we have signed some 6 to 7 FTAs with the other countries, UK, EU, USA, Mauritius, UAE. So Australia also. So we already have a base. Now this is the time of India. We can definitely move forward.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Patel, as an industry, what is that one innovation and technology that you're really excited about? And having said that, industry academia collaboration is a very important part when it comes to innovation. So where are we, when it comes to industry academia collaboration?
Yeah, so in the target-based nutraceutical, that is called a specialized nutrition. That is one of the things. One of the company in India have developed a machine also. They started exporting that machine where you can make your own capsules, like 60 capsules, 1 month dose, 2 month dose, with the different ingredients. So target-based nutraceutical is one of the futuristic line. As far as the collaboration between the academia and the industry, Yes, we are already on, and companies, they are giving the work to the universities to develop the ingredient which is responsible for the different benefits. So all the industries are actively working on that. When natural products started business, so basically India is the birth of the Ayurveda, correct? And we were doing all these product based on the making from the Ayurveda side, and we were doing ratio based and all. Those time it was perfectly done. Going forward, requirement have increased, so people need the standardization by the HPLC, GC, and the all different equipments meeting to all the regulatory norms globally. So people have shifted from the ratio based to the standardized extract, and from that standardized, now it is moving towards the clinically, scientifically validated branded ingredients. So this, all this transformation is not only the efforts by the industry and the clinical research lab, but also the contribution from the universities.
Interestingly, to add to it, we very categorically mentioned about the clinical studied, the ingredients which is converting, but bioactive. Earlier in Ayurvedas, or when it comes to natural extract, it was all about the extract, the powders. Today, the industry has done so much of research. There is so much of innovations. We are reaching to the pure bioactive compounds. So we talk about bioactive compounds like curcuminides. We talk about vithanolides. Curcuminides comes from curcumin, haldi. So we know haldi. But when we talk about curcumin, it is not just haldi, it is curcuminides which plays a larger role in reducing the inflammation of the body. Same thing is like when it comes to the innovation, reducing the dosages. You take it in grams, it has to be taken in milligrams, which becomes bioactively, very clinically, very efficacious, and that innovation is happening like by bringing a technology like liposomal, sucrosomal, phytosomal technologies. So this is something is the future where India is going to take the leadership, where we have so much of scientists, so much of brilliant minds, who's going to take a front seat and work and lead the world market with such deep clinical research for nutraceuticals.
Thank you. One last question.
हाँ हिंदी में
Sure.
नमस्कार ट्रेड डील को लेकर के अभी आपने जो बोला, तो जो अलग अलग 6 ट्रेड डील हुए यूएसए के साथ और यूरोपियन, तो उससे कितना इंडियन इंडस्ट्री को बूस्ट मिलेगा वो क्लियर करें। और एक दूसरा ये है कि अभी कल कोर्ट ने जो हर प्रोडक्ट में शुगर या अलग अलग मेंशन करने के लिए बोला है, तो उसके लिए इंडस्ट्री कितनी तैयार है?
सो हम लोग 90s के एरा में जाते हैं, लिबरलाइजेशन, प्राइवेटाइजेशन एंड ग्लोबलाइजेशन स्टार्ट हुआ था। आप सुन पा रहे हैं मेरे शब्दों को? ठीक है, बहुत अच्छे। तो ये सब चीज़ें 90s के दौर में शुरू हुई थी, बहुत सारे एप्रीहेंशंस थे, लेकिन फ्री वर्ल्ड मार्केट से सारी कंट्रीज को बेनिफिट हुआ, ये एक चीज़ हमने देखी है। उसके बाद में जो है ट्रेडिंग ब्लॉक्स बनने शुरू हुए, कि ट्रेडिंग ब्लॉक्स में कुछ कंट्रीज एक साथ जो है साथ में आएंगी और वो साथ में मिलकर एक दूसरे के म्यूचुअल इंटरेस्ट के लिए काम करेंगे। ये कुछ चीज़ ऐसी है जो फ्री वर्ल्ड मार्केट से भी ज़्यादा ऊपर हम रख सकते हैं इसे। तो इंडिया ने जो है कई सारे ट्रेडिंग ब्लॉक्स के साथ में संधि की है, 7 हैं कुल। यूएसए इज़ वन ऑफ द लेटेस्ट वन अमंग्स देम, मॉरिशस, यूएई, यूके, यूरोपियन यूनियन, ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड यूएई के साथ में हमने टोटल ऐसी 7 ट्रेड डील्स बहुत रिसेंट टाइम में की है। अब सोचिए कि ये एक पार्टनरशिप होती है, जैसे हमारा नेबरहुड होता है कि मुझे चीनी चाहिए, मैंने आपसे जाकर ले ली, अगली बार आपके घर में कुछ खत्म हो गया, आपने मुझसे आकर ले लिया, क्योंकि हमारे बीच में एक जो है हार्मोनियस रिलेशनशिप बन चुकी है, एक ट्रस्ट का एनवायरनमेंट बन चुका है। तो सिर्फ जो बिजनेस है वही बिजनेस करता रहेगा, तो वहाँ पर इंडिविजुअल एफर्ट ही रहेंगे, लेकिन जब 2 कंट्रीज इन्वॉल्व हो जाती है तो वहाँ पर बिजनेस को असली मायने में बूस्ट मिलता है। तो ये सारे जो ट्रेडिंग ब्लॉक्स हैं, जहाँ पर इंडिया की संधि हुई है, करार हुए, फ्री ट्रेड अग्रीमेंट्स हुए हैं, वहाँ पर एक म्यूचुअल ट्रस्ट का एनवायरनमेंट गवर्नमेंट टू गवर्नमेंट बनेगा, और ये जो है दोनों ही तरफ के बिजनेस को बूस्ट करने वाला है। तो इनडायरेक्टली एंड डायरेक्टली दोनों तरह से इंडिया में जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हो रही है उसको इससे डेफिनेटली फ़ायदा होने वाला है, क्योंकि हमारे जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं वो दूसरे देशों में और बेहतर तरीके से अपनी एक्सेस बना सकते हैं। किसी ऐसे मुकाम पर जहाँ पर आप देख रहे हैं कि किसी चीज़ में बाधा आ रही, तो वहाँ पर जो कंट्री की गवर्नमेंट होती है फिर वो एक बेहतर तरीके से इंटरवेंशन कर पाती है। तो ये एडवांटेज हो जाता है इन सब ट्रेड डील्स का कि आप एक्टिवली एक राइडिंग पोजीशन ले लेते हो, आप एक्टिवली अपनी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेगमेंट को सपोर्ट करने लगते हो। और आप एक चीज़ इसमें इम्पॉर्टेंट और जोड़ते हुए मैं कहूँगी कि कुछ क्षेत्र को हम जो है कहते हैं कि हमें इसका जो है हमें इसको हम प्रोटेक्टेड रखना चाहते हैं। इंडिया भी बहुत सारी अपनी चीज़ों को प्रोटेक्टेड रख रहा है, लेकिन बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें हम खोल देते हैं जहाँ पर हम कमतर हैं या कम पड़ रहे हैं हम वहाँ पर, तो उसका सीधा फ़ायदा कंज्यूमर्स को भी होता है। तो देखा जाए तो ये एक बहुत ही विन विन स्ट्रेटेजी के तौर पर होता है। और अच्छी बात है कि हम 25-26 में इस तरह की बहुत सारे ट्रेडिंग ब्लॉक्स के साथ में ऐसे डील कर पाए विच इज़ यूनिक। मे बी मार्केट कितना भी डाउन रहा हो, बट दिस इज़ यूनिक to the India's growth story. This is one milestone. The year 25-26 would be known for the important trade deals by India with the world. Yes. Thank you.